I just want to laugh already today, guys. Like, today has been a cluster of interesting piece of commentary after the next. Hey, Bishop. Also, I want to be sure to thank everybody. Oh gosh, I forget that, I'm not. Hold on. TikTok just started, so hold on. Bishop, was that you who sent out subscriptions on Twitch yesterday, or was that somebody else? Please let me know, because my chat bot didn't catch it. Hey, Niner. Let's see. So let me say hi to Paul, BMC, No Name, Aspen, Ryu, Mike. You guys were all here early, and then there was a couple of others. Dakota was here early. Allie was here. Joey, Amy, Patrick, thank you. Danny, thank you guys so much for being here. So portrait means it like fits your phone. Alex, basically. That's like the easiest way for me to put that is it fits your phone screen. It was someone else, but you forgot. Maybe she knows. I can ask if it tells you. I don't remember if it tells you who gifted a sub. It might have been Aztec, because that's who's like my number one over on the Purple app. Hi guys. So maybe it was Aztec. Hopefully they come back and I can thank them. So if you see the Aztec Joker Bishop, let me know. Yeah, so Alex, it looks like this, right? So it fits your phone screen. So kind of like TikTok. That's all that means. Hello everybody. Thanks, Bishop. I'll have to ask Money if it does say who gets what, because I was like, oh dang, I missed this and I don't even know why. Like, oh, I forgot to put that message in my Discord. Hold on. This will be for the moderators, specifically in TikTok. Just gonna put this in here. One second, guys. Ah. There we go. Cool beans. Yeah, it's the chat is definitely more extra on the portrait side, Alex. The horizontal, or the landscape, the landscape is definitely more geared towards the friendly individuals or like-minded. I'm doing well. I hope everybody else is. We are almost at 2,000 likes over on TikTok. TikTok is the one that kind of runs the show on when we get people brought up. So be sure to be tippy tapping the screen, guys, on TikTok. There we go. Awesome sauce. Okay. What did you say, Bishop? Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that so much, Bishop. Okay, let me get this open. All right. He said, I even made buttermilk biscuits from scratch. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool, actually. More power to you. Yeah. Yeah. The named handles change back. Oh my gosh. What is you? What? I can't say it. What did the U of the tube set change? It's so interesting. All right. Did you guys see? Okay. Oh, JC. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so cool. Guys, I wish you could all just see and enjoy the TikTok gifs like I do. They're actually pretty cool. Change from a stream that you were in at noon today? Oh. See, like the U of tubes keeps changing their appearance and I have no idea why. Let's see. Hey Moose. Oh, that is a cute new one. Hi, are you there? Hello? Knock, knock. Guess not. I don't think they meant to request. Yeah, it used to be like everybody's at would be what I would see and what the chat would see, but now it's not, right? Hi, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Doing well. How old are you?
I'm 52.
Okay, did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Bishop, for that. Do you still support him?
Of course I do.
Okay, give me 1 second. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. All right, sorry. I just invited you to turn back on your mic.
Test, test.
Oh, yeah, you're good. We can all hear you again. Okay. So, guest, why is it that you still support Trump?
I don't know. Take a pick. About 1,000 reasons.
Okay. Do you support the Party of No Wars renaming the Department of Defense to the Department of War?
Department of War?
Do you support the Party of No Wars, right? Because that's what the Republican Party made themselves out to be in the 2024 campaign. And since Donald Trump was inaugurated into office, do you support the Party of No Wars renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War?
So we're worried about the names?
Oh no, it goes so much into that, so much more into that. I just want to see if you're like on that level.
Party of Wars, it was a party of peace.
Oh, okay. So the Party of Peace, do you support them renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War?
I didn't hear that one, but sure.
Oh,
That's
you.
what he needs to do.
If that's what he needs to do, it's optional. It's been the Department of Defense for a long time. Do you know how many? Like, I'm just curious. Do you realize how much paperwork is going to need to be shredded and done away with? All of the changes that they have to do on their email systems, everything like that. You do realize it's dod.mil, right? Like that is the military's like website, dod.mil. Like it's .mil. Like, do you realize how much has to be changed in order for that to go into effect? How much money that's going to cost?
How much?
How much money just renaming the Department of Defense is going to cost the American taxpayer? Billions of dollars, sir. And you're okay with that?
Billions of dollars for paperwork.
Oh, billions of dollars is so much more than paperwork. Oh, it's so much more than paperwork. You have to pay people extra money to change all of the websites and everything. Like, you just don't know that? Like, it's so much.
Why are we changing the department name? I'm just curious.
I don't know, because Donald Trump is psycho. Like, it's ridiculous. There's no reason to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War, literally. Like, I only pull up the Reuters article for everybody
I'm not a
because
warmonger person. I'm just curious why they have to change the name
they
to
don't
war
have
because
to.
that's
It's
more
a
than part.
choice. They don't have to.
Why do
It
they
is a
need to?
choice. They don't need to. It is a
Why
choice. I don't.
to?
Yeah, signs, uniforms. I didn't even
They
think
wouldn't
about the
change it unless
signs.
they felt they needed to. So there must
Oh,
be a
they
need
wouldn't
somewhere.
change it unless they needed to? Why would they need to? What justifiable reason is there to change
Because
the
we're a
name?
warfaring nation. Why do we need to change it to war?
I'm
Since
asking.
defense is what his job is.
Yeah.
Sovereign territory.
Right.
We're
So
always
then the
defending
Department of
America.
Defense makes more sense. The Department of Defense makes more sense. It's a choice. It is. There is no
For his purpose,
requirement.
I'm okay with that.
It's on the screen, man. It's on the screen. He's supposed to be holding a press conference here soon to announce his signing an executive order to rename it to the Department of War.
Interesting.
There is no requirement. They're also going to have to change Pete Hegseth's. Oh my God, this is even better. He's going to have to change his title. It's no longer going to be the Department of, like, the Defense Department. It's going to be the War Department. It's not just going to be the Secretary of Defense. It's going to be the Secretary of War. The Department of War. Deputy Secretary of War. They're going to have to change all of the nameplates on their doors. Everything. Are you... Ah. Oh, sorry, guys. Thanks, Matt. I saw that message, Patrick. I'm sorry. I fixed it. So just nothing. Just they must have a reason. So it's okay. You're okay with.
I have no idea why. I'm curious why. I'd like to know. What's the purpose? What's the plan? What's the need?
There is no need. It's a choice. It is literally a choice. This is the party of peace. They're not supposed to be endorsing war in any way, shape, or form. It's the party of peace, as you said it. Yes, it does
I
cost
agree with
money to
that.
change everything.
That is what he got him into office under, the running of trying to create peace. And if nobody wants to come to the table, and you got Russia and the Ukraine are still at war, he can't
Getting
bring
worse.
it together.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's getting worse
Don't think
every
he is
single
willing
day.
to cause a flip. He wants peace.
They're laughing in
So
Trump's
it seems
face.
like most of those people just want war.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah,
At the
that's
same
why,
time,
yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
wonder, why is America involved?
Oh, no, Sky, that's not what I'm asking. I don't know. Like,
Happened.
America's been involved because they violated multiple... Oh, you just ran away. Okay, bye. Oh, man. I needed to text the... Yeah, that's right. Taxpayer dollars again, paying for something that's completely unnecessary. I don't know. Dude hung up, so that's definitely even not even what I said, Anon. It's kind of funny. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello?
6, 7, 6. Yay! 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally losing my voice just saying that bullshit. I want to be honest. I'm just losing my voice just saying 6, 7 over and over again. I can't even lie. Anyway, how's your voice doing? How's your voice?
It's
I heard
doing
you got
great.
sick the other day.
It's called laryngitis,
Amazing.
not necessarily being sick. Sick. So,
Oh, wait, you wasn't sick?
no, it's called laryngitis. I lost my voice from screaming along to music.
That's actually crazy. I'm sorry, honestly.
It's not crazy. It's called enjoying my life.
I'm just saying, like, if you lost your voice, then I'm sorry for that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, it's back now.
Voice from screaming.
Okay. Who's this? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, did you vote for Trump?
No.
All right, man. Well, I hope you have a good night. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Welcome, B Raiders. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Why do you still support Trump?
I just think, you know, I really support these immigration laws. I'm really appreciating that we're pushing English. You know what I mean? I'm really appreciating the MAGA of it all.
The MAGA of it all?
Aren't you?
All right, so hold on. I feel like I need to take notes.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
You know what I really appreciate though?
What's
Is that
that?
he's married to an immigrant.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like he's not perhaps as racist as he really is. But his wife makes him look good. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So maybe that was just like a whole game, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dirk. Okay, anything else?
No, I'm just on here to just talk about it.
Okay. So, can you articulate like why pushing
not
English
really.
is a good thing? No? Okay.
Well, I mean, this is America, right?
Uh-huh.
And we should speak English, right?
No.
I think we should.
No, we had settlers come in from all
Nope.
European
Ellis Island,
countries.
all that crap. Even though they built America, just forget it, all of it.
Ellis Island? Do you not even know like when that was open and when it closed?
No. I don't care where they're from. I don't care if they built America on their backs.
Okay. Are you enjoying your trolling?
Huh?
Are you enjoying your trolling?
I would never troll about no.
No? Can you justify utilizing our United States Armed Forces against citizens of the United States?
I don't.
So why do you still support Trump? Because, he pushed out 700 Marines into Los Angeles against citizens and used them as a police force against United States citizens
Where?
in Los Angeles.
Recently?
The United States Marines.
Recently.
Oh, I'm sure you remember the protests.
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I think that's a direct violation of the law, and then it's not what our United States police force is trained to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Sounds like it.
What do you think about this? The 6th of that date. Remember when they were all going over that wall in true American fashion?
What date? What true American fashion? What are we talking about?
When Trump told us all to just storm that mofo, remember?
Oh, you're talking about January 6th.
You know what I mean?
Oh, were you there at the Capitol?
Oh.
You wish? All right. Well, if you're
I was
going to
speaking
troll...
English there, I'll tell you that.
You were speaking English there? Gotcha. You can just wait a second. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I
Hi.
happened by it whenever I was scrolling through Reels.
Oh, she left. I only muted her for a second. Um, yeah, how old are you?
26. I strolled by and you were talking about why the Marines were deployed to Los Angeles.
Cool. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh yeah,
Do you still support him?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
if
so
there's
why do you
people
support
throwing bricks
utilizing
off
our
of
United
bridges
States?
at cops,
Why do you support using our United States Armed Forces against citizens in this country?
if you're throwing bricks off of buildings and off of bridges at cops and attempting murder to stop something that was already on the books in the law, that
Oh,
seems a bit much. So if the
yeah.
cops are
So
overpowered,
can you
need to
remind
send
me,
in
like, what
federal.
specific law actually makes it so that the United States Armed Forces cannot be used in place of police force against the citizens of the United States? Can you remind me what law that is?
That's not what I said.
No.
But
No. Like, you're still not listening, right? You're basically saying that the Marines were put in there as a use of replacement of the police who may or may not have actually been injured during this brutal attack that you're espousing to me right now, right? That,
no, in the defense of federal ICE agents, federal employees that were sent in to retrieve people illegally in the country that
retrieve, that's
needed to
such
be
an
removed.
odd choice of words, too.
It,
So I'm
it's
still
a response.
asking you to explain or give me a justification for the United States Marines to be used as a police force against American citizens. Can you articulate that yet? Or can you
never
explain to
said
me?
that was the case. I said they were.
No. I'm telling you that was what the 700 United States Marines in California from Pendleton were done. Like, that's exactly what happened. Like, can you explain this to me how that's a good thing? Like, why you still support somebody?
Trying to say
Why?
that they're
Okay,
there
let me.
to-
Okay, I don't think
Hold
you're
on,
understanding.
hold on.
Actually, I don't need
I
to.
understand. You're trying to tell me
Okay.
that what they're doing there is that they're taking over for the police and harming civilians, right? Like
No, that's not what I said. They're being used as a secondary method of police enforcement against United States citizens, which is directly in violation of the letters of the law.
That is not what they were used for. They were used specifically in defense for crowd control.
Oh, which is utilizing them as a method of police force. Utilizing them as a method of police force, which is exactly why a fucking federal district judge ruled, guess what, that it was in violation of posse comitatus, an 1878
Okay,
law.
How would you have asked politely for people to quit trying to kill each other in the street?
They weren't
How would
killing
you
each
have
other.
fixed this solution? They were attempting murder. If
Oh, they
you
were
throw a brick,
attempting it?
a cinder block at a moving vehicle and it hits somebody, they die. That's how that works. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
medical profession
Who
you
got
joined
charged for
into, but
throwing
that is
who got charged
that
for
works.
throwing cinder blocks? Can you give me a case number?
You know, if that's the case,
Can
how
you
come
give
you're
me a
not
case
filling
number?
out exact facts and exact
Can you
case
give me a
numbers on your
case number?
screen?
Do you have that information?
Can you tell me?
Can you give
how
me
you
a
would have
case
fixed
number?
it? If, let's say, the Marines hadn't gone in, the National Guard
The Marines weren't needed.
hadn't gone in.
Even I don't know if you realize this, but even the Los Angeles Police Department unequivocally said many times, including the people that were in the streets of LA, said that they didn't need the National Guard, nor did they need the Marines. In fact, when our National Guard were sent out there, they were literally sleeping on the floors because the United States government made no preparations to make sure the United States government made no preparations to make sure that our National Guard were sleeping in actual beds and not on floors or makeshift cots, because they provided no bedding, no housing arrangements when they deployed all of them, against the wishes of the governor, which again is in direct violation of the laws.
Now that you've had a very long time to talk, can I get a
This is
question?
my stream. I want you to defend what I'm just talking about.
You kind of need somebody else to speak, right? So that you
I mean, I can
share
move on.
the
I've already missed
conversation.
at least 15 calls since I've been on with you, and it's only been
That's
4
fine.
minutes.
I'm trying to ask questions, and you're just talking over me while I'm trying to ask.
Okay, are you
So,
aware that
if
it's a
you've
war
never been in
crime?
the
Are you
military,
aware
you
that
don't
it's a
understand how it
are
works.
you? Yeah, I guarantee you haven't done shit in the military either
I
at this
have
point.
been in the military.
What's
I've
your
served 4 years.
MOS?
Thank you. I was a 91 Bravo wheeled vehicle mechanic. I worked on anything that had tires, including generators. So, I've been in.
Good for you. And then you should also know that it's against the fucking law for Donald Trump to deploy active duty military members to act as a fucking police force against United States citizens. That's also a law that should be directly ignored for any active duty military members because it's considered an unlawful order, which is in direct violation of the oath that not only you took, but also that you swore to uphold, right? Because not only did you swear to uphold and defend the United States Constitution, you also swore to defend the United States American citizens, which in this case, the United States Marines that were deployed out there did not do. They should have actually defied orders because it was an unlawful act as determined by, guess what? The military, like, guess by the judges. You know, the ones that actually determine if something is done illegally or legally. That's the judges in this country. Not you, not me, but the judges in this country. Not Donald Trump, not Congress.
Why you're getting so upset. So,
Oh, I'm getting upset by somebody who says that they've served in this United States Armed Forces and then also directly went against. Hey, can you turn off the fan for me? Okay, he's not listening. Went against.
Okay, so
Or no, you don't understand.
the deal is whenever I said that oath, it says against threats foreign and domestic.
And guess what? What else did you agree to? You swore. Did you swear your oath to the Constitution or to the President of the United States?
The Constitution. And
The Constitution. So why are you supporting a president that is going in direct violation of articles and amendments of the United States Constitution? A president that says he gets to ignore the United States. So I'm asking you a direct question. Why are you supporting a president that is going directly against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution? A president that says he gets to ignore rulings of the United States Supreme Court that is supposed to act as a fucking balance against the illegal shit that he does.
So, if it was illegal, wouldn't he have been impeached already? Like, he would have been...
Oh, that would be saying that Congress was doing their fucking job, dude. They've already drawn up. I don't know if you realize this. I don't know if you realize this, but Democrats have already drawn up articles of impeachment against Trump, and it's already failed, right? They've already have attempted this. So you can say that, but no, bro. No, you're still wrong in so many ways. Like, I still need you. You haven't addressed anything that I said. I asked specifically about why are you supporting a president that goes on national television and says that he can ignore the orders that are given by the United States Supreme Court, you know, the other co-equal branch of government? Can you explain that to me yet? Can you explain that? Answer that directly. Answer that directly. Answer that directly.
I could probably answer a question.
You could have already answered if you weren't. If you actually weren't complaining right now, you could have already answered. If you hadn't already, if you hadn't, okay, buddy, okay, I'm gonna help you out here. Cool. So let's be clear. If this entire time while you were sitting here and you were complaining, you could have already gotten it out. You literally could have already gotten your answer out to answer my question. You could have already gotten your answer out to answer my question. Oh, you poor baby.
The people that came in illegally across the border are invading our country, and that's why they got sent in is because...
Oh, poor baby can't defend his president. Poor baby can't actually defend the actions of his president, the words that have come out of his mouth. Oh, no, actually, you tried to tell me to shut up so you could answer the question, and then instead of actually... And guess what? I don't know if you realize this, but there was a moment where you had the opportunity to talk where I wasn't actually actively. Oh, this entire time you went on a whole different tangent. Oh, I already did. You mean when I didn't interrupt you when you were like talking about illegal immigrants that had nothing to do with what I asked you to defend? So now let's go ahead and try this again. Defend the President of the United States saying on national television, and his Vice President saying on national television, that the President of the United States does not have to follow Supreme Court decisions. Defend that, because that directly violates Article 3 of the United States Constitution. Defend him actively violating Article 3 of the United States Constitution. Let's go. Defend it.
See, monkey do. He chose to do exactly what Biden did. They were supposed to close the border. They promised to close the border. They let floods in. You're not.
Oh, no. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Hey. Oh, I love this. It's always, but Biden's. That's a bingo job for a bunch of people, I'm sure, at this point. So let me be clear. You're telling me that there was this mythical Supreme Court order that the Supreme Court put down on the Biden administration that told them to close the border, and yet that didn't actually happen. So I'm going to need you to give me the case name. I asked you, let me be very clear. Okay. I asked you, hi, buddy, calm down. It's okay. I asked you to defend Donald Trump, your president, actively violating Article 3 of the United States Constitution. And in your attempt to defend it, you said explain why Joe Biden was told to close the border and didn't do it. So at that point, when I'm asking you directly about Article 3 of the United States Constitution, which covers the duties of the United States Supreme Court, right? The United States Supreme Court, I would assume that you have enough brain cells knocking in your head that you're saying that Joe Biden somehow violated a United States Supreme Court order. So now tell me the case name that Joe Biden violated in his term. Let's go. What case name? What's the case?
The case name.
What's the case?
I'm an encyclopedia. I've got a real job. I've got shit to do. Do you understand?
I don't know what time is it for you? What time is it for you?
6:30.
Oh, it's 6:30. Okay, buddy. Hey, tell me this. What is the time that most people get off from work?
About 4.
Oh, okay. So most people get off at work at 4. So let's see. It's past 4 in in 48 states of the United States of America. So wouldn't that beg to question, unless I live in Alaska or Hawaii, that, maybe I already worked my fucking job?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, isn't that funny how time zones work and everything? And I love this. That again, instead of answering my question, instead of standing 10 toes down and defending your support of the President of the United States of America actively violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution, you want to be like, well, I actually have a job. Meh. Like, dude, that is actually called an ad hominem when you can no longer support your stance, your claim, or anything like that. So you have to resort to personal attacks, forgetting again that this is per you. Right? I would have said 5 o'clock for what is the standard time that people get off of work, would have been to me 5 o'clock, which it's that way in at least 3 time zones in the United States of America, right? So that's the majority of the country is off of work right now. But you want to be like, you don't have a job, meh. Like you now, can you finally at any point in time actually defend the fact that Donald Trump says that he can actively violate Article 3 of the United States Constitution?
You sound like a whole flock of chickens. Can I ask a question now?
No, I've been waiting for you to answer the same question now for like the last, 2 minutes.
Because my life is better.
Why? No. So, okay. So because your life is better, I just want to be clear. Because your life is better, you get to be in support. You get to violate your oath that you made. You get to violate your oath that you made to protect and defend the United States Constitution because your personal life is better under Trump.
If he's violating the Constitution, he would have been kicked out a long time ago.
I already explained this to you. I already explained that to you. I'm done. You also are incapable of having, sorry. You're silly. Let's see. Cook. Thank you, Cook, for the 10. And that's such a cute emoji. And let me go ahead and look that up. Murphy. I read that as Murphy. Let's see. Supreme Court ruled that the plaintiffs, 2 states and 5 social media users, lack standing to sue the federal government, preventing them from bringing a case against officials for allegedly coercing social media platforms to censor disfavored speech. Ivan, I don't know what you think you did there, but that's not anything that Biden violated. The Supreme Court ruled that the plaintiffs lack standing.
You're awesome.
I'll take that correction, Joey. That's fine. I'll take that correction. I did misspeak, or I overspoke there. See, that's not what I wanted. That's a wild take. The president isn't bound by Supreme Court rulings. Well, if that's the case, Dirk, then what I'm going to say is that the president also isn't entitled to the presidential immunity that the Supreme Court granted him, because he's not bound by the United States Supreme Court rulings. So he's no longer protected by the limited immunity granted to him by the United States Supreme Court. Okay, I accept that. I'll take that. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm okay. So this might sound weird, but like, I am like 15. But
All right, girly,
if that's
girly.
okay.
Go play some games or something. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here.
How old are you?
38.
Okay, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Do you still support him?
I do on many things that. Yeah, listen, no president is perfect. I don't.
That was
think
so
that
cute, Moose.
You're awesome.
I don't think that we can have a serious conversation to say that any president of the United States has ever been perfect. So, my biggest issue, and I'm not going to pretend to be like a longtime listener to your show or anything like that. I just came across it, but it seems as though, and one of the biggest problems that I have as a conservative is that when someone tries to counteract or try to say something different than what, I'm not going to say yourself, but what I'll just say more liberal people are saying, it turns into a shouting match. So my question is why can't we sit here and debate things in a calm, collected manner, like I'm talking to you on the phone right now, instead of shouting over each other and turning what both of people are saying, the Republican and the Democrat, into just, for lack of better words, a shit show.
Well, for one,
I'm not calling,
it's...
I'm not calling
okay.
to like argue with you or talk over you or anything. I'm calling to have an actual serious conversation, because I think that the only way that Republicans and, I'll just say conservatives and I won't even say moderate, liberal people can actually understand each other is by substantive conversations where ideas can be shared back and forth instead of talking over each other.
Yeah, cool. So, it's not a debate, for one. For two, it's called matching energy. So the guy came in here sarcastic as fuck, so I just went right back to him. And if somebody can't handle the heat that they're being given by me, then perhaps they shouldn't throw it to me.
Well, and listen, I am a person that has reacted that way many a times, but and I don't even think this goes back to religion or anything, but two wrongs don't make a right. So to make your I don't want to say thoughts, but to make your argument sound better would not to be to scream over to someone, would to allow them to hang themselves with their own facts. So if that person is so far out into left field and you just let them rant and go on and on and on and on, then they're going to eventually hang themselves with their own facts.
Oh, I know. It happened last night, and I got a whole bunch of giggles off of it. And this was actually while I was still talking, because the guy just thought he was, I don't know, something special. I'm not sure. Also, I did forget to say thank you to Crazy Life for becoming a paid subscriber on TikTok.
Good job, Crazy Life. Absolutely. Hey, listen, I'm here for a good conversation and good spirited debate. I just think that when people on both sides start arguing over each other, it just makes both sides look dumb. And I'm not calling you dumb, and I'm not calling that other person dumb either. But I'm just saying it doesn't help anyone's side. So I think if we can all have a conversation based around what we believe to be the facts are, and if we can share both of those facts with each other, then maybe we can come to some sort of common ground. And I think that's what liberals and conservatives would both like, is to come to common ground with each other. Because nobody likes this. Nobody likes, being vilified for being white. No one likes being vilified for being black. No one likes being vilified for any reason. We all just want to live with each other and hopefully have a coexisting, peaceful life while being able to share how we feel without being attacked. And I'll leave it at that. I'll keep listening. I think this is an interesting little thing that you have going here, or I shouldn't say little thing. I want to disparage it, but a little thing you got, or a thing you have going here, and keep up with what you're doing. But I just encourage everyone, and hopefully yourself, just to let people say what they have to say, and kill them with facts.
Okay. You hung up. So Ivan, Biden v. Nebraska is about student loan forgiveness that the Biden administration did. Yes. And guess what? He only did the ones that they determined that he could do, like the ones that were significantly disabled. So for disabled individuals, those loan forgiveness. For the public officers, their loan forgiveness. So he didn't violate that one, but it was a good try. And thank you, Guinness. I appreciate that so much. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 25.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Do you still support him?
Of course I did.
That's weird. Why do you support the Party of Peace, renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War?
Oh, it's going to be another one of these, huh?
Oh, you just hang up? Okay, buddy. I guess that's something some people can't defend. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here. How's it going?
Doing great. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
I did vote for Trump.
Do you still support him?
I didn't support him when I voted for him.
Do you actively support him?
I didn't support him when I voted for him. I don't support him now.
Okay. Well, then you're not the person I'm trying to talk to.
Well,
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
17.
Oh, well, I can't talk to you because of TikTok. Go play a game. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Do you still support him?
Yes.
That's odd. Why do you support Donald Trump still?
I didn't call to talk about this. I just called to state that you're an unemployed final boss. You should.
I always love learning things about myself. I think is that needs to be a new bingo job, right? Bishop, I think that one calls host unemployed. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am indeed.
Awesome. How old are you?
53.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did indeed. 3
Okay.
times.
All right. Do you still support him?
I do indeed.
Why do you still support Trump?
I think he's done a lot of great things for the culture of the United States. Above and beyond that, I think he's made, no, I don't think he's made, I know he's made, or influenced rather, a lot of regulations as well as codes and laws which have benefited me personally.
Oh, so basically you just still support him because of your own personal benefit?
100%.
Okay.
Do you not aim to support people who benefit your interests?
No, because I look out for the benefit of everybody, not just myself. I know that's just an insane concept for people to have.
I think it's an impractical concept for people to
It's
have.
not.
It is. There's always going to be winners and losers. There's always going to be beneficiaries.
I think that's an impractical concept to have. Why
How
does
so?
somebody have to lose in order for you to win?
Oh, that's just the rule of gains and losses.
Why is that a rule of gains and losses? Because that's not true. Can you tell me, like, when a small business is starting out and then the first year that they claim a gain, does that mean automatically that some other business lost, even though they could have gone into a completely new market that nobody's touching? Like the very first person that ever came up with baked dog treats to go out to market. Like, you do realize that that was a unique concept when it first came out, right? Somebody doing baked dog treat goods, and there was no market for it, not even from the big name companies, right? So nobody lost in the situation when that company first claimed their business gain. So can you explain why somebody needs to lose in order for you to win?
Sure. So there's going to be market share absorbed by ideas even when they're new. So when somebody gains something out of a market, whether you think it's a new market or not, there's money that's going to be spent on that market, which would have previously been spent on a different market. So there's going to be a loss.
So I'm guessing then, are you going to be someone that is benefiting from the HR1?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So you're okay with the fact that estimates of 10 to 17 million individuals in the United States of America, including children, are going to lose access to health care and food because it benefited you in your pocket?
So
10 million people, I just want to be clear, 10 million people lost just for your one win, and you're okay with that?
They didn't lose an opportunity.
10 million what opportunity on earth does a 5-year-old have? What opportunity does a 5-year-old have in order to feed themselves? Can you explain that one?
Yeah, they've got about 66 years to develop all the skills and the wherewithal to develop a very fruitful life.
Oh no, I'm asking, like, what opportunity does a 5-year-old have to sustain themselves with their own money and food? Can you explain that to me?
Sure, they've got the opportunity to lean on the people that are responsible for their well-being.
Oh, okay. So you mean the people that are already going to work because you have to work in order to qualify for SNAP benefits, right? Supplemental needs and supplemental nutritional assistance program. You have to work in order to qualify for that. So these individuals are actively already working, but instead of that, we're just defunding the program itself, the program that is actively feeding children in this country. So the parents that are already working, you want them to work more hours to not see their kids, so their kids are probably just, I don't know, eating poor fast food in order to survive, which isn't even covered by SNAP benefits most of the time. Because we're also limiting where SNAP is acceptable, where EBT cards are acceptable in the big beautiful bill. So yeah, I just want to be clear that you're okay with children going hungry in this country just as long as it benefits you and your wallet, right?
I don't support children going hungry.
But you're okay with it. It's not a deal breaker for you as long as it benefits you and your wallet.
It sounds like a great incentive to encourage people to stabilize themselves.
That are
before they
already
have
working,
children.
that individuals. Oh, wait, to not have children?
To not have children until they've been stabilized.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I could have swore that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance went on this whole tirade about how we needed to incentivize people in this country to have more babies. So
absolutely.
that's an absolutely. So do you want women to have children, people with uteruses to have children, or do you want them to not have children?
I want women, so not people with uteruses. I
Well,
want
more than women have uteruses, sir. Do you not realize that men can be born with a uterus?
They can't be.
They can't be.
They can't be.
You are. Oh God, I love people.
That was a genuine laugh. So no, I definitely.
So you've never heard of PMDS?
I've heard of PMDS.
What does it stand for?
I don't recall.
Yeah.
But I do
So
know
how
that
about
it-
Swyer
it-
syndrome?
it's-
Have you
yeah,
heard of Swyer syndrome?
I have.
Okay. So it's persistent Mullerian duct syndrome, which is where somebody with a 46 pure XY chromosome is born with a uterus. And we actually have at least 6 instances in the last 20 years of these individuals, these assigned male at birth, individuals with 46 pure XY chromosomes born with the uterus giving birth to children. Isn't that interesting? So you understand why now I say people with uterus, because there's, I'm sorry, 46 pure, 46 pure XY chromosome. I don't think you understand. 46 pure. 46 pure XY chromosome is the purest form of somebody being assigned male at birth, sir. It is somebody that was assigned male at birth that was then gave birth to a human. That gave birth to another human. Pure 46 XY chromosome is the purest form of what you consider to be a male. What you consider to be a male is a 46 pure XY chromosome.
I assure you that a man without a uterus is far more pure of a man than someone with PMDS that has a uterus, though they were assigned male at birth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure. That's not according to science, though, right? So you're disagreeing with scientists?
No, it is.
You're disagreeing with scientists? Scientists are the ones. No. It's your personal opinion. It is your personal opinion while you are actively crashing out. Holy shit. Wow, I didn't realize that this was going to cause a crash out. Oh, I would love to see your karyotyping test. Wow, this is so funny. Damn, you're mad. You're so mad, bro. Bro, do you need a cookie? God. Can somebody get him a chill pill? Can somebody get him a chill pill? Brother, take a breath. It's okay. Take a breath. Oh, goodness. Oh, my. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. I agree with science. Wow. Wow. I agree with science. Wow, sir. Wow. Ooh. Shoo. Wow. That was a quick crash out. That was such a quick crash out. I'm curious. So have you ever gotten your karyotyping done?
I'm sorry, excuse me?
Have you ever gotten your karyotyping done?
No.
Do you know what that is?
I do.
What is it?
It's like you were just discussing, it's a way to determine, I guess, how male or female you are on this.
No, it tells you what your chromosomal pairings and matchings are. Because do you realize that there's more than just XY and XX chromosome pairings?
Yes, I've delved into those discussions. I'm certainly not a professional.
Got it. Well, I mean, it's obvious that you're not a professional. You literally disagree with science here, and it's such an odd conversation. That I know, right? Not the first hero. That was a crazy one. Like, how did that throw him off enough? That was what calmed him down. So that's why, sir, when I say that the United States of America is pushing for people with uteruses and to push out babies, that's why I don't just limit it to women, because there's this common misconception that individuals that can be considered intersex, or even somebody that is considered male, can actually give birth to a child. Sorry, it's so interesting.
They're intersex. They're
Oh,
intersex.
no, not according to their karyotyping. They're not intersex. Isn't that wild? According to their karyotyping, they're the purest form of male. Considering you haven't gotten your karyotyping, I wouldn't be surprised with that, like, master crash out if you weren't XYX.
Master crash out. It was literally me getting vulgar and loud so that I could get a word in because you won't stop talking.
Oh, that's why? That's why you were screaming? Like,
That's why I was screaming.
you
Yes,
you
ma'am.
literally set
Absolutely.
I had to turn you down because people were complaining about your loudness. Like, I had to turn you down so everybody's eardrums would be safe, because you went into the red on my audio bar.
No shit.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't go into the red, I wouldn't be heard.
No,
Because you wouldn't
I had to
stop
turn
talking.
you
Now
down
you're
just to
giving
be
me
able
a
to
chance
not,
talk.
like, lose
Now
my
you're
hearing
talking
either.
at the same time that I'm talking, I'm going to go back into the red.
Oh.
But when you pause and let me
I
talk, I can talk in a
wait,
normal tone.
I just want to be like, and women are emotional?
If we allow one another to finish statements, I won't get loud.
Oh, yeah? Is
Yeah.
that how it goes?
That's how it goes.
Wow.
Kind of like the guest before me was trying to encourage you to remain civil and to actually have an exchange of ideas. as
Oh, I
opposed
mean,
to
I was
having a
attempting to
one-sided
with you, and then you wouldn't
There
even
you go.
acknowledge that
You're
that was
interrupting
actually
again.
what
You're
you ignored
interrupting
science
again.
because you
One-sided
ignored science.
conversation. All
You
you're
ignored
interested in having.
science.
That's all
You
you're
ignored
interested in having.
science. Can
I'm
you
ignoring
acknowledge that you
science
ignored
so you can
science?
highlight
You ignored
46 people.
science. You ignored science.
I disregard the science that you're referencing. Absolutely.
Oh, so you
Shameless
don't believe
intro.
experts in their field.
No, that's not the statement that I just made. Can you Iron Man the statement that I just made to you?
Science is the actual truth as studied by the people that are experts in their field.
So can you Iron Man the statement that I previously made to you?
Which statement? Before or after your crash out?
If you
Before
would
or
like to
after you
refer to
got
it as
emotional?
I didn't get emotional. I raised
Oh,
my
I said
voice and
he-motional.
used vulgarity. I raised my voice and used vulgarity so that I could be heard.
Sounds like a very big explosion of emotions.
You perceive it how you will. Can you Iron Man the statement that I made to you relative to what I discarded?
What does that mean? Am I a superhero?
No, you're not a superhero. Do you know what a straw man and an Iron Man is?
Oh, are you trying to say that an Iron Man is a fallacy?
No, I'm saying a straw man is a fallacy. A Iron Man or a steel man is the opposite. So what I'm asking you to do,
A steel man is actually a fallacy.
a steel man is not a fallacy. A steel man is you reiterating the point that I made to confirm that you understood the point that I made, as opposed to taking my point and straw manning it into how you want to represent it. You understand that? Or do you think that a steel man is
Right,
still a
I'm
fallacy?
also stuck on the Iron Man because that's actually not the term.
Iron Man, steel man, however you want to
Thank
phrase
you,
it.
Lou, for the 5 on the green app. I appreciate that.
So, can you steel man the point that I made to you about what I disregard?
Was that before or after your emotional spike of anger?
That was after my emotional spike of anger.
No, because honestly, there was a
Yeah,
point where I
because
just
you weren't
tuned you
listening.
out because, again, I had to turn this so low because you still don't understand. Oh, thank you, Sven, for the 10 euros.
So you're just using excuses because you weren't paying attention when you were actually allowing me to
Right,
speak.
because
so
you
we can-
threatened to get emotional again.
I didn't try to get emotional again.
No, I didn't say try to. You threatened to. You're like, oh, you're talking over me again. I guess I'm going to need to start screaming again. So I turned down my my gain so I could hear you less in preparation of you screaming in my ears.
So that
Oh, I,
sounds like
I
an
actually did
excuse,
already
because
answer his question, Sherpy. I said I
certainly
wasn't
wasn't
listening.
television that said that. So apparently, you don't want to have a conversation with people about why they support Trump. You just want to try to demean people that call in and then talk over them and have a one-sided narrative.
Oh, no, I mean,
What am
I
I
was
missing?
actually trying to dig in with you about why you believe that you're more important than 10 million other people in this country, specifically children. First, you said that people need to be more responsible and stop having kids. And then you agreed with me that this administration is actively trying to say that women should have more children. So that's in direct opposition of your narrative that you said a moment before. And then you agreed that we do need more children. So this sounds like it's hypocritical of you to say that they need to stop having kids, but we actually want people to have more kids. So which one is it? Because you've said two different things. And congrats, Queen, on your level up.
So that's your straw man. Now I would like you to steel man the position that I actually presented. The position that I actually presented is, go ahead.
That you're doing better now under Trump, which is why you still support him.
Okay, so that was the origin. But what I said as it relates to reproduction is that it provides an incentive for people to become more stable before having children. While I still
And then I also
maintain the
asked
position-
you, so are you saying people need to stop having babies? And you said yes. And then I brought up Donald Trump's and JD Vance's narrative and the narrative of the Republican Party that they want women and people with uterus to have more children. And then you got caught up on the fact that I said people with uteruses because you're like, no, you mean women. Like you got caught up on that. So then I went on to further explaining what science tells us exists in the world, in people as human, because you have seemed to have a disregard that intersex individuals exist, because you clearly only said male and female at one point. So you denied the existence of individuals that can be born intersex. You deny the fact that science tell us that individuals born with pure 46 XY chromosomes are the purest form of what's considered to be a male, right? Even though we have at least 6 cases in the last 20 years of somebody with a pure 46 XY chromosomal pairing, karyotyping, giving birth to a child, and they were all assigned male at birth. Isn't that interesting? So this goes against all of your narrative.
It doesn't, if you actually
Okay.
perceive my narrative as I presented.
I should have hung up on you when you were screaming, but that crash out was so funny. I lost my mouse. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
27.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
No.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Well, hang on.
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Did you, sorry, I don't talk to 18-year-olds anymore. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Hey, Truth.
You're such a dumb bitch.
Okay. Is that all you got?
You're like, fucking kill yourself.
Nah, I'm okay. Okay, you hang up. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
I sure am.
Okay. How old are you?
32.
Did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
Cool. Do you still support him?
I definitely do.
All right. What's the main reason that you still support Trump?
I just feel like his policies that are basically going on right now, they are what I feel is the best, moves that America can make in our current situation.
Like what policy? Name one.
Immigration policy, mostly about cost of living and the lack of American spirit and what we do at the government level for Americans.
What policy has been placed or enacted that renews the American spirit?
Well, I believe that tariffs are the best way to basically bring back companies or balance out trade in general. I'm anti-globalist,
Gotcha.
so if it's more into what I believe, I
Okay.
could be wrong.
Can you give me
I'm
one
definitely could
second?
be wrong.
I'm not trying to like
Yeah,
interrupt you, I promise. Just 1 second. TikTok,
you're
I'm going to
good.
mute you
You're
for
good.
a second. Everybody over on the portrait side of YouTube, we're going to hit a quick restart. So come back. It's going to take me like a minute to get it back up and running. So come right back. Stop your thingy. There we go. Okay. So, sorry. So, was there a specific policy that was passed that renews the American spirit? I'm still
All right,
confused on
so
that.
the American spirit is more so like instead of having outside forces like our government focused in on bringing individuals into our country or business, just bigger business and outside of our country in their interest, but more interest of the American population. The cost of living, obviously, nobody's happy about.
May I pause
Oh,
you
go
for a
ahead.
second?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So you said something interesting. Stopping, like, no longer bringing in people from outside of the country into the country.
Yeah. Well, just
Can
I
you
guess I'm not
explain the?
anti-immigration,
Well, no, I just
but I
want you
feel
to
like
explain the the white South Afrikaners. Then.
okay. So you're right about that. I'm not 100. I disagree with that. Obviously, I don't think you should be selective in that kind of way, because I just think that's kind of like a hard one for me, and I'm not going to defend that.
Yeah, he specifically brought people that colonized South Africa or attempted to colonize South Africa and committed apartheid, right? Like their ancestors committed apartheid.
Their ancestors. It's a new day. I'm not going to hold each and every single person to the history of their people and what happened. I want to look at the people today and who they are, and whether if they're trying to be kind and nice and trying to do the right thing. So I couldn't necessarily say if those people, I don't know them. I think it's a bad PR stunt. I don't necessarily think a lot of Americans support it.
Gotcha.
But when I think of immigration, it's not necessarily that immigration is bad. I think that whenever you bring people in, while we're having such crisis with healthcare, with cost of living, with wage growth, and all these kind of individual things, it only makes it a lot more difficult. When we ship millions of jobs across the water and we do everything that we can to hurt Americans, and it's not obviously anything to do with the immigrant. Of course they want to live here. Of course people want to come. There's people who come for different reasons, economic reasons, personal reasons, war reasons. But there's so many issues that we have going on with the debt, cost of living, regulation, corruption, etc. So when I see him being, and it's not just Trump, it's the Democratic Party being inept to some of those things that make you satisfied with what Trump does. Because I don't agree with everything, and I disagree with anybody who agrees with everything on the party. It's just crazy.
Yeah. So I want to correct myself on something. The South African apartheid didn't end until the 1990s. So there's a significantly good chance that the individuals that were brought over from South Africa actually were a part of the apartheid as it occurred. Because they were all older generations in their 60s. Most of them.
The people that he brought in?
Yeah. Most of them were over the age of 55.
it's the '90s was a different time. I'm not discounting.
No, I just
I'm
wanted
not
to correct that. We
discounting
don't
what
have to stay
happened.
in that on that.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
was correcting that
Okay.
because that's something significant and it was not that long
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. Yeah. In the, like, all things in the past. Yeah. So we don't have to go there. But
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I mean,
So
I feel
right
like.
now,
Go ahead.
right now, since Donald Trump has been in office, we have seen the unemployment rate increase. We have
Yeah.
seen our inflation rate increase.
Yeah.
Do you realize that immigration
Most.
has something to do with this?
So do you think that's because less immigrants?
Oh no, it's going to be multifaceted. Also, TikTok, I know I
Yeah.
haven't told you guys enough of this, but tap the fucking screen already, guys. We got 5 minutes. Get it up to 100,000. We're almost there. No, there's the deportations negatively impacts the United States, right? It negatively impacts us, it negatively impacts our GDP, it negatively impacts our inflation, right?
Yeah.
As of June, we had 7.7 million jobs available with only 7.2 million available able-bodied workers, right? Which means that we had a shortage of available workers to the number of jobs that are open and available, which means that we need 500,000 individuals to come into the country in order to work that shortfall in available jobs, right? Versus workers.
You can say that, yeah.
No, it's not. I can say that. That's what the numbers tell us, right? Do you know how? And then you also brought up tariffs. The tariffs are already showing. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just going to say, coming in the legal way and doing it the correct way, there's no problem. And if we have to fill those jobs, especially in a temporary kind of fashion, and American people approve it, then no problem at all. But obviously, we're talking about the current time. And maybe you're right that he's not, if he has economic policies, could it be the smoothest transition for the United States in the way that our composition is? It could be. It could not be. I personally believe that it is. And
so you think that the deportation processes that are currently being acted by Donald Trump are going smoothly?
I think that not directly answer that. I think that following the immigration laws to the letter and enforcing it is the most important thing for a democracy.
But he's not following it to the letter of the law, sir. He's already been ruled against twice, specifically in regards to his usage of the Aliens Enemies Act of 1797. Once by the Supreme Court, where they put a temporary injunction on him in May, and then recently, just on Tuesday night, they also ruled against him in using it to specifically deport Venezuelans under the guise that they were a part of Tren de Agua, right? Not only that, but you want to talk about that you support legal immigration, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So then why is Donald Trump removing the status of individuals that came here the right way, had legal status that was granted to them by the United States government? Some of them had been here for 10 or more years, and Donald Trump stripped away their status just to deport them.
Well, the thing is, there's been immigration rules and laws have not been followed for years, and
there's no proof.
I don't.
That.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to argue that point, but we have always had immigration issues, but it all comes back to the cost of living, and anytime that you take in a lot of people from the outside without increasing the wages, having high regulations, can't build anything. If we take in 10 million illegals or any of that kind of stuff, and they come into our country, and they take jobs and they take housing, it's going to increase it's going to increase the housing costs. It's going to increase the demand of it, and we're left with. Go ahead. I can hear you saying things.
I'm just. Do you think that cost of living increasing is a unique United States of America problem?
No, I think it's a globalist problem.
It's a globalist problem. Now, are all of the other countries in the world experiencing immigration? Sorry, not just immigration.
Not every country.
Heightened immigration.
Probably significant. And obviously, Europe is. China not. Most Asian countries not as
So
much.
then why in places like Asia or Australia, why are they seeing a high increase in their housing problem if immigration is the root cause?
A globalist.
Well, no, it's just a real statement,
It's still
sir.
a globalist where billionaires can buy or asset class. Housing is an asset class. So if you have external, people who want to drop assets or buy assets within a country, and also increase in regulation, there's been a lot of increases to where it makes it a lot harder to build, good and bad reasons, and that's just going to naturally increase the cost of any kind of housing across the board.
No, so the reason why the world and the reason why the United States is still seeing an increase in the cost of housing, because it's not strictly a United States issue, is still suffering the after effects of C-19 on the global market and the global scale.
Can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah, so primarily a year into C-19, after, everybody was still staying home, right? So we had companies across the world, not just the United States issue, we're still buying up houses, empty houses. We had people buying secondary residences just to put them up on the market for rent, right?
Yeah.
And to be clear, immigrants, they rent houses because most of them don't have credit in order to buy a house, right?
That is true.
Yeah. And when C-19 shut down industries, the housing industry was a major one that got shut down. When we were typically pumping out across the country at least 1 million houses a year, right? Prior to.
Yeah.
And now we're no longer able to pump out even 100,000 in a year. That's going to show an overall shortage. We would have to somehow subsidize the housing industry by giving them money, right? Subsidization is giving them government money in order to spurn on that industry. Try to give more people incentive to go into that market in order for us to start seeing a rise or in houses being built on a massive scale. It's not going to occur unless we encourage the industry to get moving faster. Even now, we're not on pace to even meet what we were pre-COVID in making houses, right? Like, we're not on track in order to do that. So we're still suffering the after effects from C-19, not just here, but in the entire fucking world. And that's what it boils down to. It's not just immigration. People that use immigration are just using them as a boogeyman. And it doesn't solve the issue to have an enemy when you can just look at this from an outside point of view and understand that it's much bigger than an individual crossing the border.
So I'm not only, it's just, I guess it's the quickest way to take into more of account of American people and to lower the demand. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but it is definitely the quickest way to get supply out. Now, I'm a trucker, and I've seen that a lot of the problems that we face, like for instance in Boxton, and I'm pertaining it to housing, and the reason why I feel the way that I do, rates have fell in Boxton extremely after a lot of immigrants have came in and they drive trucks now, and they're able to. A lot of young men come in. They're able to get in the truck, live in the truck with two. Their family's back at home. They're driving a team. It's hard to compete because they'll drive down the rates on American people. Now, I love different people. I love immigrants. The
Don't
the mother of
tokenize.
my two children, huh? If I'm tokenizing, I have no idea what that is. I'm just speaking from my side. But I am pro-American, and the only reason why I'm pro-American is because I love this country, and I believe in a lot of what this country's built on. And whenever there's any policy that does not look after the American people, and which I feel the immigration policy and the lack of enforcement over the years, it hurts American people.
Mm,
And I'm American people first.
gotcha. So you think that the encounters is because you do realize that there is nowhere, no government website, no government agency that keeps track of how many people are allowed into the country every year, except for
It'd be
Visa
extremely
card holders.
difficult.
Oh no,
Yeah, it'd be
there's
extremely
just
difficult.
nowhere that they keep track of crossings,
Yeah.
as they like to say. So when I tell you that there was 8.4 million border encounters at the southern border from October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2024, what do you think that means?
That they just basically interacted and either turned them away or
Incorrect. So per CBP, because this is directly from Customs and Border Protection's website, an encounter is somebody that attempted to enter the country, whether or not at the port of entry or between ports of entries, and then were stopped and rejected. Every single one of those 8.4 million encounters was turned away at the border based off of how CBP uses their definitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was no flood. There was no mass immigration. It means they were stopped and turned away. There's no 20 million people that came in. Like, they've even looked at apprehensions. Apprehensions are people that were kicked out as well, right? Like, within 100, they were found within 100 miles of the border and they were kicked out. And then we keep track of deportations, which means they were kicked out, right? Like,
Yeah.
there was no mass immigration across the southern border of individuals from outside this country. There was a mass point of people being stopped, which tells me that the laws were actually being enforced at the southern border because people were being rejected. People were being stopped by Customs and Border Protection.
Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily want to stick with immigration. It's just it's just one of those things, one of the policies. I'll take that, right? I'm not a full expert on immigration. I'm from my personal experience, there was a big difference between 2019 and post that, especially on the road. In my personal experience, but that does not mean that it is the global effect. But it is an issue that people do look at. But it's just more so, even with the cartels, right? The way that Trump has handled the cartels, and has been vocally and in some fashion violently going against crime, the start where a lot of crime comes in, being a black person, I am satisfied with that if he's able to slow any kind of illegal substances coming up from the southern border or the northern.
Yeah. According to CBP, who brings in or attempts to bring in over 85% of illegal substances?
I'm not gonna do the quiz, so you can go ahead and tell
I
me.
knew that, Alina,
Yeah.
or Aaliyah. So it's American citizens.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Americans that are
So you're saying that it's not the cartels.
Oh, I'm sure they play a role. But see, when Donald Trump used an executive order to name cartels as an enemy of America, and he hasn't been quiet about this at all. The reason why that is dangerous is because he can use it as an excuse to then invade and go into Mexico, which the Mexican president has been very clear that if Donald Trump or his administration attempted to send anyone into Mexico across the border in order to find these terrorist organizations, sorry, TikTok is sensitive, I can only say so much, that would be considered an act of war. But that's what Donald Trump said very clearly what his intention was when he was naming them a terrorist organization.
Okay.
He was not quiet about it. And it also goes right along with he's supposed to be doing a press conference tonight announcing that he's renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War, which is going to cost us billions of dollars to do.
The naming?
Yes, sir. You have to change uniforms.
That is kind of a problem.
Of all of the armed service members. You have to change signs. You have to change nameplates, all of them. You have to change letterhead. You have to update all of the websites, which costs money. People forget that, software engineering still costs money. And you have to do all of these things. It's going to cost us billions of dollars in order to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War.
Can I ask you, how are most of the Americans? So you're saying that U.S. citizens are the one that are bringing, like fentanyl?
Yes.
And how are they doing that?
Same way anyone tries to smuggle in D-Rug. Since I've never been a part of that, I wouldn't know. I can only tell you what I know from movies, right? They body pack it in some way.
So you're saying from the airport?
They keep track of it from everywhere. Customs and Border Protection is at the airport for international travelers.
Even if it's U.S. citizens that are smuggling it, are we like saying that the cartels aren't the main producer of it?
No, I didn't make that claim. I said that the number one source of individuals bringing it into the country are American citizens, not somebody that is trying to cross the border illegally that's a non-citizen.
So if we're going straight to the source of where the drugs are and making it harder to transport that to an American citizen to be transported, is that a bad or a good thing?
Naming them a terror organization as an excuse to try to invade a sovereign country is not okay.
Oh, so I'm not claiming anything. I'm just asking. So you believe that Trump's goal is to invade Mexico or something?
He's already made it clear. He's said it. This is not new information. This has been around for a while.
Oh, I know he said something of the like. I'm just curious because if you probably know better, if I don't know. What purpose did he say he was going to invade Mexico for?
Oh, to get a hold of the cartels that are solely responsible for the addiction epidemic within this country, not addressing what, was actually true. It's mental health.
I could say, so is it better to ensure that the drugs don't get to people, or is it easier to address mental health for the government?
Neither of them would be easier. Actually, sorry, the easiest thing to do would be to sign a bill that gives wide, broad, sweeping access for individuals for mental health. But instead, we don't do that. Mental health would be easier. It would be costly, but it would be easier. Probably less costly than paying a bunch of people salaries to find the boogeyman. TikTok, let's get up to 150,000 likes in the next 20 minutes, please.
So I guess that's just an area where people would differ. I would feel. What about doing both? Obviously, he's not doing one, but I feel like
He's not really doing either.
he's going after the cartels
He's not.
at all.
No. He can't get to them in
I know.
Mexico.
What do you mean?
Claudia Scheinbaum has been very clear that if he attempts to send American troops into Mexican soil, that is considered an act of war.
So did Donald Trump secure the southern border, and also secure the Gulf a lot better
No.
than what it has been?
We have no proof of that. The only thing we know
No
is that
proof?
there are fewer encounters. What if fewer encounters mean? It could mean that CBP is doing their job, or it could mean that CBP is not doing their job.
You won't get any fight from me because I don't trust anything the government. I take it with a grain of salt, anything that the government says. Not that there isn't truth in there, but there's also haze and lies that are feathered with the truth.
Yeah, and the Gulf isn't secure. People can still make a very short trip from Cuba.
So I guess I keep it like I'm more simple. I hear more of it being a bigger issue in the administration than other administrations, and that appeals to me. Because I don't know everything. I'm not everywhere, and I guess what I hear is more satisfying to what I believe is the correct move forward. Because obviously, I don't think anybody likes the cartels, left or right. And it just when I hear more so, hey, we're trying to get at them, it definitely feels a lot better than not hearing it at all.
So if I tell you in 2 weeks I'm gonna give you $20, that would make you feel excited, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So like in 2 weeks I'm gonna give you $20, right? And you don't have to pay it back. You can use it for whatever. Just it'll happen in 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, would you feel comfortable hitting me up to be like, hey, what about that $20 you offered me? Would you feel comfortable?
If you offered it, yeah.
Asking me about it?
Yeah, well, if we know each other.
Yeah, assuming we're good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would ask me about it. And what if I said, nah, man, I need another 2 weeks. I'll still get it to you, but I need another 2 weeks.
You'd be understanding.
Yeah, that's what Donald Trump is doing to the American people, specifically with saying 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needs to be stronger on Putin. I understand that he wants the oil and the energy prices to go down, and he wants to engage with Putin and all that. The way that I feel about that, and the way that he keeps saying that.
He says 2 weeks about everything. He says it about his deals when it comes to tariffs, his trade deals. He says it about ending wars, which he hasn't really ended anything. He says it about what now we're talking about tariff rebate checks.
Yeah, I disagree with that. So I guess I kind of see it from my personal, because obviously you're interested to know why people support him. I kind of see it from the aspect that it's a lot going on, one, and also this is a process like that's usually behind doors, and it's not as, we don't usually get to see this, and that could be seen as a negative or a positive.
Right. So I think you're fine. So I think that's part of my issue, right? People feel like we're seeing him more because he's out in public more often. He's doing another press conference. Yeah. He's doing another press conference. Cool. Here's my issue with that. We've never had a president that's been on air as much as Donald Trump. Never. People, even people that thought that Obama did a great job, they didn't complain about him not going on TV all the time. They didn't complain or say that he was nowhere to be found. Even when like Donald Trump was going on air all the time in his first administration, nobody complained about Obama not holding press conferences 5 days a week, right? No one complained about that. Why does Donald Trump do that? Honestly, in my opinion, because he's a show person first. And again, we see this with the verbiage that he used, the words that he says, and his arbitrary timelines that he's always giving us, the American people. It's always 2 weeks before he's going to do something significant. He only knows how to be a personality on TV. He doesn't know how to run a country. His business savvy is not useful in running a country because it's still not even business savvy. The only thing that he's known to do when a business goes into debt is bankrupt them. He bankrupted 3 casinos. That's fucking crazy work right there. We're still waiting. It's 2025. He had 4 years in his first term to actually come up with an alternative health care plan for Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. Never happened. But he certainly did try to have Congress remove it, which luckily we had smart senators in Congress and in the House of Representatives that realized, even Republicans, that realized, 43 million Americans shouldn't lose access to health care when there's not a plan to replace it first. Because instead of repealing the ACA, all they would have to do is this plan would replace the ACA and then have it all written out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. He's definitely a showman, but...
And that's all he has going for him, is being a showman.
I guess, but from the other side perspective, it's still issues that the frustrated Americans, and they see issues that they deem as issues, and even him just giving the energy to it is enough for hope. I don't know whether if Trump is doing everything that he says he's doing. I do see results. I hear results. I hear the tariff deals. I saw what happened in Iran. We recently just saw what happened. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, the tariff deals, you do realize that are you familiar with the deal that we had with Japan?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So supposedly we had this trade deal with Japan that we were supposed to continue negotiations that Donald Trump bragged about, right? That Japan promised they were going to start buying more American-made cars, right? And we were still going to keep a 15% tariff on them, right? Japan canceled their trade meeting with the United States of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Donald Trump was lying about what they had negotiated previously.
You're awesome.
So I would suggest, because Donald Trump is such a showman.
That's what Japan said?
Yeah. They went to other countries.
They directly said that he was a liar?
Yeah, they said, well, they didn't say he's a liar, just he was not truthful about what the negotiations were that we had. And guys, I'm going to get to all of your supers in a moment. I'm just engaged in the call.
Yeah, I guess because even from that standpoint, and I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking for, what I feel a lot of people who voted for him feel like. It's still some of these things we've never seen before. And we're hitting ground that we've never hit before. So if I see this and I see him trying, then you're still going to support him and trust the process. Now, maybe we have our trust in the wrong person, but many of us don't feel that way. It's hard because it's hard to trust the government in general, and we're looking for a piece to work. Whether if he's doing good or not, there's still things and people that are a part of the system that we get our information from. And we're hearing certain things like that. We're hearing deals. If he fails at a deal, I still would see it as part of the process, and we would have to see where it ends up over the next course months and possibly years. And people will be watching next year on whether if these deals fall through, because of course they are. You know, a lot of them are. Some of them are going to fall through. Some of them are going to work. And see how he reacts. I feel like a lot of what he does is moving the leverage without breaking the system.
So I'll point out that I noticed that you use the words "I feel" a lot when you're expressing what Donald Trump is doing, and I think that's part of the problem. And I don't mean that against you. I just mean that we're seeing that there's no substance to actually back up anything. There's no data. We don't have any actual deals written on paper, because that would be an actual trade deal similar to the USMCA that was first signed under Trump and his administration, is having something written on paper, signed by all parties involved, and then that's an actual trade deal. Having a verbal agreement is just that. It's verbal until it's signed on paper. Either side could actually break it at any time, and then there are no repercussions to it. Not really, right? So when we're talking about the fact that other countries are backing out of the negotiations that they supposedly had with Donald Trump prior, that's why, like, this isn't successful. You're basically, and again, I don't mean this negatively against you.
Go ahead.
You're basically just continuing to say that Donald Trump is successful because he's out there, and basically just because he's out there, like, and putting his face out there. And I disagree. That, to me, if you're out on TV all the time, are you really working? No. If you're making a show of having everybody stand in the office behind you, because there's always at least 5 cabinet members standing in the office behind him, are they really working?
Right.
No. What I see is a cabinet that's not doing their jobs. I would rather not see the president or the presidential cabinet on TV on a daily basis, because at least I know that they're probably doing something if they're now not out on TV every single day. Should Donald Trump, could he do like 1 press conference, maybe 2 a week? Sure. The number that he does is unnecessary. He does too much.
I guess
he's pulling them away from other things.
Go ahead. I guess we have a difference of preference, because I prefer public officials to be as most engaged with the population and the beat of the population.
Cool. He could talk on the radio. He doesn't. He could talk on the radio, right? Because you can do a radio show from your phone, walk around and still do stuff from your phone with the radio show. You don't need to be on television making a show of things, filling up the Oval Office with the press, right?
Yeah.
You can have the press secretary, which is literally her job, go out and talk every single day, because that's literally her job. That would be getting something done, right? Not true socialing something in all caps all fucking day, which is exactly why, like, let's be very clear. That's why, despite what Donald Trump says about bombing Iran, we know that it wasn't successful, because they moved out all of their material because Donald Trump fucking gave it away on Truth Social. Yeah, he's a very highly ineffective president so far, even in just his first 7 full months of president. Well, almost 7 full months of presidency. Almost 8, actually. Sorry, my bad. But listen, man, we've been talking for a while. You've been extremely polite, and I do appreciate that.
It. I really appreciate it. And thank you for doing this, being out there. We got to talk more.
I agree.
America in general, but thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Okay, I'm going to read some super chats before I reopen the phone lines real quick. So thank you guys so much for waiting. Gustavo, you sent 5 each. Thank you so much. Oh, please, they are only taking the jobs most Americans are too lazy to do. Oh, I don't disagree with you, Gustavo. Primarily, the jobs that immigrants do usually take are low income, hard-working jobs. Like, we do see that they do affect the wage market in those specific jobs. All right, we do see that. And I'm sorry, I personally chose to work in a job where I'm sitting in the AC all day because I am too frail to go work in the sun. I at least admit that. Hi, everyone. And they're doing it while being underpaid and without benefits. Exactly, Gustavo. They're getting no benefits out of this. They don't get health care from it. It's very true. Cartels only exist in Mexico because someone is consuming what they're selling. And guess who's buying? You got it, Americans. Exactly. If we actually addressed the mental health issue that we have in America that drives addiction, then we would have a less consumer industry for that. What did I... Oh, Megan, you just renewed it. Thank you. D-rug smuggling is at root a consumption problem. Yes, Abe, you were piggybacking off of Gustavo. I love that. Thank you so much. And then thank you for the £5. And this one did make me internally laugh. Imagine living in the U.S. And thank you, Eric, for the $20. So I actually was trying to find that. I don't see anything that says about casinos having an extremely high rate of failure with the brand new opening. And also his casinos were open for more than 5 years, so that's not a brand new opening. But yes, entrepreneurial failure does happen. I wouldn't say it's inevitable because there are several entrepreneurs that are extremely successful. It's the ability to fail, get back up, and succeed is all that matters. No, I sort of disagree with you on that one too. Yes, anybody that fails should be able to get back up and push towards success. I agree with that part. However, that's not the trials that you go through are important, right? Success at the end of the day is not necessarily important as well. I got to reply to that later, but I do disagree with some of that. But I couldn't find anything that most casinos fail. Couldn't find anything. Nothing specific. And thank you, Giselle, for the 10 jewels. But I do appreciate you, Eric, for the 20. Phone lines are back open. There we go. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
How old are you?
26.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Do you still support him?
Yes.
All right. What's your main reason for still supporting Trump?
Mostly about the not the illegal immigrants, but more of the cartel issues that we have. As a resident of the South, I mean, way south. We're talking about my border. The border is literally my backyard. I can tell you without a doubt that the cartel issues that we have in the United States, not only is it bad, but it's extremely understated on how bad it is.
What cartel do we have in the United States of America?
You got from the MS-13 all the way up to the Honduras, not Honduras, I'm sorry, the Michoacana cartels. You even have the
interesting.
Sinaloa
Donald
cartels.
Trump himself calls them gangs. He doesn't call them cartels.
Well, the way he states it, I believe it's what he's been fed. And in my opinion, what he's being fed are practically not only the
So
truth.
you disagree with the President of the United States, the person that you say?
No, I disagree with the people that are around him. I believe
So you disagree with the words that he says, though? Because he, again, says that they are
goodness
gang
no.
members.
The gangs are, no, goodness no. The gangs are the beginning of, or not the beginning, but I guess the hands of the cartels. Cartels will work with any gangs.
So what time is it where you're at?
Right now it's currently 7:49 p.m.
Perfect. You're also boring. I literally just talked about this. Xavier, not that much. Today's actually a higher day, but I don't usually make more than 30, so just so you know. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, wow. Am I actually on? Is this you?
Are. How old are
Hi.
you?
I'm 25 years of age.
Okay, did you vote for Trump?
I absolutely did.
Do you still support him?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you still support him?
I support him because he's just an all-around swell guy. That is, of course, a joking answer, but one of the biggest things as far as policies that he did was the defunding of U.S. aid and the defunding of the PBS, which I think Reagan promised that he was going to do way back in the day and didn't actually get around to doing.
So are we going to take down the signs in our history museums across the United States that are talking about the work that USAID has done across the country? Or, sorry, across the world?
What work are you referring to? Are you talking about funding all those transgender comic books in Puerto Rico or something else?
Transgender comic books in Puerto Rico? That's a new one. Are you... I'm sorry. Who's the president of Puerto Rico?
I have no idea. Well, Puerto Rico is a...
Dumbass.
You're awesome.
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
50?
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Do you still support him?
Yes.
Do you know who the president of Puerto Rico is?
The president? What kind of, what do you mean? Puerto Rico doesn't have a president. Hello?
I'm dead. Sorry, at this point this is just a litmus test question. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am. I'm actually back for a second time.
Okay. Thanks, Zeus.
Yeah.
Did you call in today?
I did. I was actually calling the one that called you about, civility earlier before you restarted the...
I'm good. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, hey, Anita, how you doing, babe?
Good.
Megan?
No.
Oh.
Listen, Zeus, I don't know if you heard all of that, but I had 2 people in a row that didn't know who the president of Puerto Rico were. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Did you vote for Trump?
No.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
48.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Do you still support him?
Nigger, 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 nigger.
Get help. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Hi, I'm 29.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Do you still support him?
Yes.
Why do you still support Trump?
Because he says he's going to help people. I voted for Trump because my mom and dad are voting for Trump.
Gotcha. Zeus, send your daily heart me, man. So you voted for Trump because your mom and dad also voted for Trump, and I assume they suggested that you do too. That's cool. But I'm asking why you still support him.
Because he says he's going to help us.
What has he done in order to help you?
Well, he helps us get money every month for me and my mom and my dad. That helps us get food and helps us stay warm during the cold months.
Are you a Medicaid or a Medicare recipient?
No, I'm retarded.
Don't call yourself that, man. We almost did. So close. Xavier, it depends on what you're trying to do. Political science, I actually used to want to do that. I didn't, though. I went with business admin and also went with accounting. So it just depends on what you want to do. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 45.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, do you still support him?
Yeah, I do. And just to correct you, Puerto Rico doesn't have a president. It has a governor. Her name is Jennifer. Did you know that?
Hey, dude. Do you want me to blow your mind? Do you want me to blow your mind right now?
Go ahead, blow my mind.
Yeah. The president over Puerto Rico is Donald Trump. For fuck's sake. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes I am.
Are you the guy that
Hello?
didn't know who the president was of Puerto Rico?
I was wondering.
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Do you still support him?
Yes, I do.
What year were you born?
I'm 35. I can't remember.
Yeah. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, suck my dick.
Probably smells like old cheese, so how about nah? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. How old are you?
33.
Cool. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
All right, man. Thanks.
But I
Have a good
will
night.
admit-
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
39.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Do you still support him?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's kind of weird. For me, I've kind of been in a weird situation with the whole thing because I don't really support either side at this point.
Okay. I mean,
A lot of
there's
Go
not
ahead.
really an either side right now because there's only one party that's currently in office, and that is the
Well-
Republican Party, and specifically Donald Trump being the president, which is why the question is, why do you still support Trump?
I mean, in certain aspects, I support Trump, but I can't say that I fully support everything he does.
Okay. What is one thing that you would say that you support Trump in?
I do support the ideology of securing the borders and taking care of the illegal immigrant issue, but there's got to be a better route, I do believe. I don't believe in, okay, everybody that's here illegal is not good and should immediately be deported. I feel if somebody is here illegally and they are living in a civil manner, they're contributing to society and everything else, that there should be a better route to support them becoming a citizen instead of just ultimately kicking them out.
Yeah. See, I would be okay if we just like deported individuals that have committed crimes in the United States of America.
Absolutely.
That would be
I
something
don't
I would
disagree
support.
I don't disagree with that at all because, like I said, if they're here, I understand, yes, they came across illegally. I get that. That is a crime in itself. But at the same time, there's a lot of them that come over and they're just here to make their lives and their family lives better. Everything's not black and white. You can't just draw a line and say, okay, you're illegal, let's kick you out. I don't believe that. I think it doesn't help the U.S. at all.
Yes, Benita, I will be on tomorrow. Also, real quick, guest. Sorry, I almost forgot that I got to end this in a second. So this will be my last question to you guys, just so you guys know this will be the last question because I got to make a trip. But, okay, so do you believe that illegal immigrants are criminals? Like people that cross the border through a non-port of entry, are they criminals?
I mean, by definition, they broke the law, so yes, but
Incorrect.
no. Because,
Incorrect. Well, so what makes somebody
Okay.
a criminal is that they are indicted, they go to court, and then they're convicted of a crime. According to Arizona v. United States, and this is from 2012 Supreme Court ruling, being deportable or being here with non-citizenship status, being an unauthorized alien, being an illegal alien, in and of itself does not make you a criminal. I hope I taught you something today.
That's fair. I mean, I don't have an issue with that statement at all.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'll be back on tomorrow if you want to call back. I gotta go. You have a good one.
Yes, ma'am, you as well.
Thanks. Okay, guys, normally I would update the like goal and everything like that, but I just realized what time it is and I've got to go pick up a teenager. Thank you really quickly. You can come here legally and overstay your visa. Thank you, Abe, so much for the $1.99. Super over there. Guys, don't forget to follow, subscribe, become a member, all of the good things, okay? I will see you guys tomorrow. This is, I'm running every day this week. It's going to be, the weekdays. Thank you, Moose. Y'all have a great night. I will see y'all all tomorrow. I'm ending